hold it. That's the size of your heart. Okay. If you have a big hand, you probably have a larger heart. Okay. So for the heart, you need to know firstly which is anterior view, which is posterior view. For the anterior view, you must see the pulmonary trunk. Okay. This is pulmonary trunk. This is the aorta. Okay. This is aorta. This is brachiocephalic. Okay. And you see this line. Okay, there are some fats attached. So the younger one has way less fat than the adult one. Adult one has a lot of fats. Okay, there are some fats attached to this line. This is where you find the coronary vessels, coronary artery in the veins. Okay, it's deeper behind this. So this line is actually separate the left ventricle and the right ventricle. Okay, so from outside you can see this is left ventricle. This, if you don't trust that, okay, then we'll open that. Can you see that? This is left ventricle. This is right ventricle. See the difference of the wall? The left one is way thicker than the right one. Okay. So for out structures, you need to know this. Okay. The left atrium. This is called left auricle. Inside is the atrium. Okay. Right auricle. Okay. Pulmonary trunk. Pulmonary trunk, if it's a branch, you see the pulmonary artery. Okay. That's the aorta, brachiocephalic. That's basically for the external structures. For the internal structure, okay, you need to know, first you need to tell the left and the right ventricle. Okay. The right ventricle that has thinner wall is the right ventricle. The thicker wall, the left one. Okay. Then inside structures, you need to know the papillary muscle. So this is papillary muscle, okay, which has coated tendon attached to it, okay, which is a connective tissue. Okay, this is the okay, we call it AV valve, right? You have on the left side, A means atrium, V means ventricle, AV valve. Okay, so you get the tricep. Okay, on this side and bicep on this side. Okay, and you also need to know this valve. Okay, this is seminal valve. All right, that it has no coated tendon attached. Okay, so this is the aortic seminal valve. On the right side, you have pulmonary seminal valve. Okay, which is very deep down there. Okay. So you get a tricuspid, you get a bicuspid on this side. You get another structure we call the trabecula. Look at this. Okay, that's between the wall. Okay, trabecula is a raised bundles of cardiac muscle, so it's different compared to this structure. Okay. So this one is hold the bicuspid and the tricuspid. Okay, and this one is linking between the wall to prevent the ventricle overstretched. Okay. So overall, okay, I probably will have 6 to 8 questions for the heart. 2 questions outside, most questions inside. Okay, so you need to know this. Okay, bicuspid valve, tricuspid valve, coated tendon, papillary muscle. Okay, papillary muscle is one. Okay, you can see this. Okay, this is the papillary muscle. Okay. You also need to know, okay, this valve, okay, seminal valve. Behind the seminal valve over here, okay, aortic seminal valve, you can see the opening of the coronary vessels. Okay, we call it coronary artery. Okay, it has 2, one going to the left side, one going to the right side. Okay, the left side is a little bit larger, so you can see this is going to the left side, and you should have another one. Smaller one here, I'm pointing to, but going to the right side. Okay. Why the left side is way bigger than the right side? Because the left side that has more masses, okay, of the muscle, so this coronary arteries becomes larger. Okay. And the right side, you can see the opening is very tiny over here. Okay, because you can see less muscles over here. They don't need to be big enough. Okay, there's 2 openings. Okay. For the opening of the coronary artery, I have to tell you is, look at this. In living situation, okay, when the ventricle contracts, blood pumped into the aorta, this one actually covers the coronary artery. No blood get into it when the ventricle contracts. Only when the ventricle is relaxed, this one will go back, becomes flat to prevent blood get back to the ventricle, right? And the aorta at this time will contract. Then the blood will be squeezed into the coronary artery, both left and the right coronary artery. Okay? So that's one thing that I need to explain. Okay? So that's for the for the baby one, and for the adult one, you can see similar things. Okay? Papillary muscle is big, all right, huge. Okay? Coated tendon, bicuspid, okay, valve, tricuspid valve hiding over here, inside. Okay? And the trabecula over here, here. All these are trabecula. Okay? All right? And this is the seminal valve. Okay? You can see the opening. The opening, okay, it's over here. Okay, coronary artery. Okay, it's over here. We're going to the coronary artery. Okay. So that's the basic things you need to know. Okay, for the heart. And now we go to the cats. Okay. Related to the organ. Okay. So that one is got, let's say 6 to 8. This one 10 to 12. Together it's around 20. The rest, the 30% is about arteries in the veins. Okay. Arteries are probably maybe 20 artery and around 8 to 10 about the vein. Okay. So for the organs, we started from here. Okay. So you get a 10. Below the 10, you get free neuron. Okay. And on top, you get the rugae. Okay. The hot palate. The deep down, this when it becomes smooth, soft, there's a soft palate. Okay. Then you get incisor, canine, premolar, and the last one is the molar. Okay. The last one is molar. Okay. Those are premolar. Okay. So that's everything about the mouth. Okay. And then going down, we have trachea, we have esophagus. Okay. Below the trachea, so that's esophagus. Okay. And after that, you have lung. Okay. You have a heart, okay, and then going to the diaphragm, going to the liver, and after the liver you have gallbladder, okay, over here, okay, and you raise the liver, above the liver you have this ligament. Do you remember this ligament? Starting with F. Fasciform ligament. Okay, fasciform ligament is double folded visceral peritoneum after it's wrapped the liver attached to the diaphragm, right? This one everybody knows, right? Mm-hmm. Great omentum. Okay, so great omentum is also double folded. Okay, visceral peritoneum after wrapping the stomach. Okay, so get a great omentum, get a less omentum on top. Okay, and that's the stomach. And besides that, you can also find the mesentery. Okay, see this membrane. Okay, there's a mesentery. It's also double folded visceral peritoneum after wrapping the small intestine. Okay, so this is a mesentery. Okay, and if I point you to this shiny layer, okay, that's the parietal peritoneum. Okay, lining the abdominal wall. Okay. The parietal peritoneum always covers all these structures. Okay, so before you break it, okay, if you want to see the kidney, you want to see the inferior vena cava, you want to see the aorta, abdominal aorta, you have to break this layer. Okay, that's why all the structures are called the retroperitoneum. Okay, now the membrane over here is all damaged, is broken. Okay, then after stomach, okay, you find this piece of the small intestine. This is called duodenum, right? Okay. Then you see the turn. After the turn, the piece, jejunum. Okay. Then you go to looking for the secant, okay? Looking for the secant, and the secant started from here. See? Okay, that's the secant. Okay. So this piece of the small intestine connecting to the secant, no doubt, is the ileal, yeah. And in between, you have ileocecal valve. And the structure attached to the duodenum, this one? Pancreas, you're right. So you get the pancreas over here, you get the kidney, okay? You get the spleen, okay? You get spleen. So that's basically for, and the colon over here, okay? Start from the secant, right? From the secant, you get ascending, you get descending, there's no transfers, okay? The rectum is down there. Then we have urine bladder, okay? On both sides you get the ureter. So that's the ureter, okay? The ureter you also see, because this is male, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, you see the spermatic cord which has been damaged over here, okay? So what do you see? There's still some traces of the vas deferens over here. Okay, this has come from the spermatic cord that's on both sides going, okay?
Left right atrium.
Outside you call it auricle.
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 Okay. Left and right auricle.
Right.
Pulmonary trunk. 52 pulmonary trunk.
Yeah, and then we have the aorta number 47.
Mm-hmm. And 54 is the brachiocephalic.
Brachiocephalic. And then I was trying to go over these. I can't remember what those were.
Yeah. This is the trabecular. And this is the bicuspid valve. This is seminal valve. Aortic seminal valve.
Wait, 51 is the
51 is orifice, okay, orifice of coronary artery. And the 49 is papillary muscle. And the 50 is the chordae tendineae.